Worse. Hello, guys. Color looks terrible, but it's what it is. See how everybody's doing today. Jeff's here. Terry's here, Adam. Tracy. Kevin. Let's bring in our guest star. Here, April. Come here. No one's going to see you today because the camera doesn't go that wide. Glare onto you guys. Yeah, it's still there. Hey, Henry, Roy, Oz. Yeah, bring you guys back in my little dining room. But the color's all messed up. I don't know why it's so orange. I thought it was a tablecloth because I have a red tablecloth, but I got rid of the red tablecloth. I just have the raw table. Maybe the other room has a raw table too, so I don't know. Terry is in Walmart. I had you guys in the fishing room the other day, but I don't know what happened. The Wi-Fi just didn't work. And I have a hotspot. I got a new hotspot. So maybe if you guys help me with the super chat enough, I can get a better hotspot or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I had a charter yesterday. Had Rocky Carroll, the actor from NCIS, and some of his friends. And we did really good. Got 5 yellows. Got limits of Bonita. Probably let go another 30 extra Bonita. Just let them go. And we had, I think, 12 bass, a couple barracuda, a couple sheephead. It was pretty good. So I knew it wasn't going to take long to get to the subject. But who is asking? Is it Derek? Yeah, Derek. Yeah, I heard about the crew of the Shogun. I haven't heard exactly who it is. The news report said it was a captain and the deckhands and crew. But from other people I heard, there was no captain involved. But so I don't know exactly what it is. I don't have all the details. I just know it did happen that there was 4 crew members found unconscious and they had to be given that shot to come back. That I guess they were not breathing or whatever. So that's a Shogun out of Fisherman's Landing. I think it is Fisherman's Landing. And there's a lot of speculation that maybe the crew touched something that a passenger had on the boat, and they got it in their system because you don't need a lot of that drug to wipe you out. So nobody knows. Nobody knows if the crew intentionally took the drug or if a passenger had a bag or something and it was on it and they touched it and hurt them. So that is what everybody's talking about today. I got phone calls from the news this morning, emails and texts from people. I guess CBS in San Diego did a story on it this morning. So don't know exactly what happened, but I'm sure we'll hear pretty soon. And a lot of people were at the landing today. A lot of different law enforcement trying to find out what happened. Yeah, there was no passengers on the boat at the time it happened. It happened in between He had come back from a 3-day trip. All the passengers had disembarked, and supposedly it was like 30 minutes after that before the next group of people got on the boat. So nobody knows exactly what's happened. All right. Aaron, yes. Yellowtails are still biting. Lee Muncie, going on the Shogun Sunday. Hope it's still a go after what happened today. Yeah, I don't know. I'd make a phone call. I heard they were struggling to get the people that were supposed to be on the 3-day trip today. And they try to get some of those people or all those people in other boats. But I don't know what happened. Benny wants to know, what are my thoughts on a Penn Senator? It's a 4-out reel. They're nice reels. I mean, that's what we used to use back in the day for tuna fishing and rock fishing. But now everybody has a lot more fancier reels that we use. So we don't use those. What else? Jamie, going to Catalina Saturday. What do you recommend? Live bait. Yeah, live bait's good. You can use a magic metal light. You could use a magic metal 3 3/8. For the Bonita, anything shiny will work. A crocodile, anything shiny, they're all over it. The Bonitas are thick. Mike's here from Big Bear. Yeah, Jeff, that's what they're saying. It was fentanyl. But that's something that could just be on things and people can touch it. So I don't know if they ingested it. I don't know what happened. I'm sure we will find out shortly. So Derek says the police are now investigating the boat, so I think it'll be cancellations. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they do have other crews, and I guarantee you, Frank, I'm pretty sure still owns a boat, has lots of other crew members that he can pull from other boats. So I wouldn't be surprised if the boat doesn't start running right away. I would think it would run. There's going to be a lot of investigation on this captain and whoever crew members were not involved, but we will find out soon. So here's a question, Dan. What is your preferred knot for mono to braid? I use a double uni knot, and I also use an RP knot, John Collins knot. John Collins and the RP knot's the same knot. That might be an easier knot to tie, but I use both. Fisher newbie, I've never used a Phantom, so I don't know. I would guess that would be good for 40 pound, but I haven't used that one. Kevin, is that a sawfish? Yeah, that's a sawfish I got from Nicaragua. If you guys haven't seen one before, that's what they look like. They're down there in the rivers there in Nicaragua. Doesn't everybody have one of these? There's one of my drones. I was flying it the other day here in the backyard, just testing it out. April's not a big fan of the drone. I have a sculpture over here on this side. See if I can turn this over. This is an original sculpture. Really nice. I like it a lot. And I have candles up here. And then these little candles, see back there, are from different churches from around the world. I have Notre Dame. I think one of the churches in London. Saint Chapelle. What other churches? This is from the Middle East, Qatar. This one's from Notre Dame. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's from Notre Dame. Before it burned down. There's different things. Oh, here's my Hall of Fame plaque for going into the Montebello High School Hall of Fame. So I had to put it somewhere, so I put it in my dining room. Hall of Fame from last year. I hope this isn't like COVID and everything happened. You know, I reached the Hall of Fame and then boom, disaster struck. I got lots of little knickknacks around here. Things from my travels. I have another cabinet that's loaded with things that I brought back from all kinds of trips. Okay, let's see what other questions you guys are asking here. Adam, what is your opinion on keeping bass? Also, do you like the taste of Bonita? I think you should keep some bass. They taste delicious. Calico bass are super delicious. I wouldn't recommend keeping a 10-pounder. You know, that's why you saw that video I did. Those 6s and 8s I caught, I released them. But, you know, if you catch one that's 15, 16 inches, 17 inches, I wouldn't mind eating them. They taste delicious. Bonita's good too, but you want to cut out the dark meat. Just eat the white meat and it comes up pretty good. Oh, Greg has tackle box stolen. That's not good. What was that? Loyal asking, hey Dan, are you familiar with the tackle shop up on Chapman Avenue in Orange called the Bait Barge? I think so. I mean, I remember going to some tackle stores out in Orange County other than the Longfin. So Mike says, see you on the hook fin. Hey, Mike, bring gear for fishing in the bay. I don't know if you checked the weather report. I just checked it this morning. They're calling for 8 to 10 foot seas. I think 25 knot winds at the Farallon Islands. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be drifting in the bay for halibut, white sea bass, and stripers. So we'll see. Tyler, how you doing, Tyler? We'll be at Belmont Pier this Saturday. What happened with the captain investigation? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Have fun at the pier. Send me pictures. I'll be up in Northern California this weekend with Mike and a bunch of other people fishing on New Huck Fin and the Seawolf. Roy Miller, hey Dan, I inherited a Pen 65 Long Beach. It looks older, but it's in great shape. Are they still good to use? They would still be fine to use for like sand bass, shallow water rockfish maybe, but don't use them for yellowtail or anything like that. Raymond, what's the best medicine for seasickness? I don't know if there's a best medicine. I see the one that most people use is a patch. I see people use a patch. I see people use a relief band, but people get sick. That's for sure. Christian, do you know any boats targeting yellowtail really want to catch? Well, my private charters, we target yellowtail, but I would look for a boat that's fishing the islands. So I would look at a boat like maybe the Native Sun, the Sport King, He's up the island. Every time I go to the island, I see him there. The Gale Force and the Triton, they fish Catalina religiously. That's the only place they go every day. Vince, do I prefer American made? Yes, I do. I liked it better when Penn made all their reels here in the United States, but they don't anymore. Christian, okay. Tony, yep, that's what I have. Unique drone. Aaron, pretty cool. What other fish do you have or save? If we did a tour of the house, you would see a big sailfish. You'd see a 10-pound, 12-pound largemouth bass, some rainbow trout. There's a trout that very few people have caught. It's a native trout to the United States. I have one here. So I have one that I've caught. Have some small tuna. Not lots of fish. I have a rooster fish and I have a 75-pound Dorado at my house. So we'll see. Jeff says he found out something cool today that he's going to meet Tom Cruise. Ooh. He is going to be the first civilian passenger on our Crew Dragon next year going. Cool. So he's going up to Space Center? Where's he going, Jeff? I don't know what ISS means. I should probably know. So they're going to film a movie up in space. That's cool. I'm old, Jeff. Everybody knows I'm old. It's fine. Hey, James. How you doing? I'll see you up there in Emeryville. I thought you left already. I thought you were going to be on your way up there today. You said you were going to leave Thursday. Today's Thursday. Is a Calcutta an even trade for a Lexus? I don't know. I've never used a Calcutta, and I like the Lexus. Jeffrey, I have a 19-foot sea and skiff. Can I take it out to the kelp beds? On a calm day, you could. You could fish horseshoe kelp and stuff like that. You just have to pick your days. You don't want to go when it's big seas or rough or anything like that. So question is, he's going lingcod fishing. Is it Welsh? I really like to use the 6-ounce magic, the bucktails, B52 bucktail with the single tail grub, and kind of swim it along the bottom. I catch a lot of lings that way. If I get to the Farallones Islands this weekend, that's what I'll be fishing with. So hopefully I'll make it there. Adam, how's the weather report for Sunday? Sunday looks better. Oh, Adam, I don't know what the weather report is here for Southern California. I haven't looked. I was talking earlier about 10-foot seas, 8-foot seas for up in Northern California. Hey, we're at 80. We can get to 100 today. Greg, I'm talking about getting new tackle gear. We got stolen. What gear lure should I get? And it just started last year, so I don't know much. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you need. I would start off with a tray of hooks. Get a plastic tray. If I was in the other room, I'd have one to show you. But get a plastic tray and have everything from like a size, I don't know, 4 or 6 up to like a 3.0 or 4.0 live bait hook. Some circle hooks, some other specialty hooks in that tray that you always have with you. So that way you're always prepared. If you're going to ask me about jigs, I'm going to tell you B52 bucktails, magic metal jigs, the lights and the regulars, um, stuff like that. Christian, how much are my charters? I'll give you a link here for that. Our half-day trip is $750. That's for 4 people. That includes all the tackle, me and the deckhand. Let's see, Clarion. Dan, can you shout out my daughter? Is it Liana? Liana and Olivia? Hello. Hello, daughters. Clarion's daughters. Not my daughters, Clarion daughters. Hey, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe here to my channel. And please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and all that other stuff. Yeah, Bruce can be. Bruce has really mellowed down since his heart attack. He is a much more quieter person. Still a really nice guy. Let's see. Are my diesels turbocharged? That's a good question. Jeff, are my Yanmars turbocharged? I think they are. I'm not 100% sure. What is an ultra limited load? Well, on my boat, ultra limited load is we only take 4 people on our boats. It's Benny. Would you recommend 150 or 200 pound test leader for threshers? For threshers, I would really recommend wire leader. The heavy line won't really do it if they get to the line and cut it. So I would recommend like 200-pound wire leader if you're going to just fish sharks. Vincent. I miss Cardunos. Montebello. Yeah, they're oh, what was that burrito they had? What was their burrito they had? It was like oh, I forgot. It was a green chili burrito, no meat. That was one of my favorite burritos there. Aaron, what's the dream? To have the different fish on your walls? If I ever get married, I'm sure all the fish are going away. I'm sure that will be one of the mandatory things that will happen. But yeah, I have fish. I don't have fish in every room. I have a bunch of fish in my hallway. I have 2 fish in my living room. This room doesn't have any fish. Well, it has that, and it has the sawfish. It doesn't have any whole fish. My office room has like 3 or 4 fish in it. Gregory, what happened to all the derbies? COVID-19. We're not allowed to have any of our big events. It's kind of weird because we're not allowed to do our events, but LA County is hosting paid events at Lake Lake where they're charging people, I don't know, it's $10, $15 a person for these overnight events at Lake Lake. But they're not letting us have our kids club meeting or letting us do anything. What else? What other questions have we got there? So there's Dan from Vegas. Hello. All right, Blake just subscribed. Thank you, guys. Yeah, please subscribe here and please subscribe on my other social media sites. Remember, on Instagram, I'm TV Dan, and on Twitter, I'm Fishing Dan, I think it is. Lewis, do I like eating bonita? Yeah, bonita tastes good. You just have to take out that bloodline, the dark meat, cut that out. Don't even cook that, and just cook the lighter meat, and you won't be disappointed. It tastes good. When you get less expensive canned tuna, that's what you get. You get bonita in it. So it looks like the Lakers are still winning, 76-69. Oh, and they just hit a three-pointer. That's cool. What else? Rodriguez is asking, I know you have your own boat and all that, but how do you start out when were younger? I'm 18. I didn't get on a boat till I was in college. Rodriguez, just to let you know, I started out with my parents on Piers. I started out fishing the jetties, like a lot of people do, like Tyler and them. I started out surf fishing. Back in the day with my parents, we would go to Seal Beach, and right at the Seal Beach, Long Beach border, San Gabriel River comes into the ocean. Back then, there used to be a lot of warm water go through there. So you could catch bonita just using dead anchovies with a spinning rod. That's to me, that was tuna fishing. I mean, they are tuna, but that's what it was. We would hook bonita on that and walk down the road, down the rocks and try to land them. So we always did that. Yeah, get some friends and come out on my boat. We aren't going to do any open party trips for October. Maybe November we'll do a couple of open party trips, and those of you that want to just come out by yourself can come out. But I have a bunch of family stuff going on in October that I got to take care of. So my days on the water will be more limited. And I already have like 4 filming trips for October. So I have to have a 2-day trip on the Tomahawk, a day and a half trip on the Legend. We still have a little bit of space on those 2 trips. And then we have to also film the Sea Star trip. That's sold out. That's on the 4th. And then that was it the 8th and 9th. We leave the 8th, fish the 9th out of Santa Barbara. We have a couple spots left on that still. So if you guys want to join me on that, here's a link that'll show you all the trips we have left for this year. And there's very limited space. I think the Legend might have 2 spots left. And then I don't know how many spots are left on the Tomahawk. Maybe 1 or 2 spots left. So there's not very many spots left. Henry says, if I get married, all the fish will go away. I don't know. Maybe I'll get lucky and find somebody who won't mind having fish in the house. I don't know. Lloyd, you have to marry someone that likes fish. All right, Claire, I'm happy that your girls were excited and happy about that. Oh, you're on the trip on the Legend. Cool. Well, let your friends know. We have a couple spots open. There was one family of 4 that couldn't make the new date. They're going to be out of the country that day, October, so their spots opened up. So I think we have a couple spots left, 2 or 3 spots left on that. So if anybody that wants to join us, they can do that. Yeah, I have some fish jaws here too, Adam, that people have given me and stuff. Have to do that. Show them to you guys one day. Elite Angler wants to know what's the best way to read currents. It's pretty easy to read the current if there's kelp around. You just watch whatever way all the kelp's bent, and that's the way the current's going. That's the way it's pushing the water, and that's when the kelp is pointing that direction. If you get to a spot on a boat, like an island or somewhere, and all the kelp is standing straight up, that tells you there's no current. But once the current comes, the kelp will lay down, and the fishing will pick up. You really need the current for the fishing to be good. So Jeff says he only has 3 fish mounted. He's got a cutthroat, a big rooster fish, and a big crappie. Yeah, Jeff, the one fish I have that I don't think a lot of people have is an Apache trout, rainbow trout. I got on an Apache Indian reservation. So that was a pretty cool fish. Christian, are there any bonitas off the pier? Yeah, I would think there are. There's a lot of bonita around right now. And a few weeks ago, I was walking on Belmont Pier, and 2 people had bonita that they had caught. So, was it Sodom asking how many yards of Top Shot mono use on a jig casting rig? I like to use a lot of mono. I use anywhere from 75 to 100 yards of mono on any of my rigs, just because I want that stretch. You know, if you're going to have a reel just for casting jig, you might just keep it all mono. You don't really need Spectra if you're throwing a jig. So, but that's my opinion. So Gregory is saying that Lake had a derby on the 25th, and I guess there's one scheduled for Kenny Hahn Park, and that got canceled. Huh. Okay. Hello, John. So Daniel says the Dodgers are up 2-0, top of the 4th. That's good. Tyler, any plans for the lobster opener? Tyler, any place that sells licenses will sell the lobster card. I don't know if you can buy the lobster card online because it's kind of a long thing to print out. But any place you can buy a fishing license, any tackle store, a sporting goods store like Big Five, Turner's, you should be able to get a lobster card there. And if you're on a pier, even though you don't need a license, you need a lobster card. Yeah, some of you were asking how to get started. See what Jeff put there. He started out as a pinhead, helping out on boats, cleaning the boats. And then he got to go fishing that way. Yeah, Greg, you know, for your tackle, I'd start off with, like I said, with the hooks, some sinkers, stuff like that. And then um, you don't need to buy a ton of jigs at one time. You do need a few surface jigs and some bucktails and some metal jigs, stuff like that. That should help you out. Kurt, yeah, watch my show, help our ratings. That would be cool. Yeah, don't forget, every Saturday morning you can watch our TV show. Unless you're in other cities. Other cities, we are like in Central California, Northern California. We're on 3-4 days a week up there. If you want to catch tuna, you pretty much have to go out to San Diego. But Jeff goes out of Dana Point and he catches tuna, so I guess I shouldn't say that. Yeah, Matthew, we kind of talked about the Shogun already. There's a lot of speculation there's two kind of thoughts out there. One, that the crew did actually take the drugs and they overdosed. And then there's another theory that maybe somebody left something on the boat and the crew touched it, because that fentanyl, you don't have to touch much of it and it goes right into your blood. And that could have got the crew in, done the crew in. So I'm sure the police and all the authorities are going through that boat very carefully to make sure that there's no more drugs on there. So I don't know. The original report said that it was a captain and a couple of deckhands, but from what I heard this afternoon, there was no captain involved. I don't know if it was the cook and deckhands. I don't know who was involved, but who got the overdose. But supposedly they found one person, and then as they went through the boat, they found more bodies, and then they started giving them the injection to help them come out of the overdose. But like I said, nobody knows if they actually took the drugs or if it was just something that they touched. Brian, hello from Oregon. Hey, Brian. Yeah, I'll be there with you in Emeryville. I leave tomorrow. Bring some gear for fishing in the bay because it's going to be blowing really bad on Saturday. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be on the bay on Saturday. Sunday looks like we might be able to go offshore, go to the Farallones, but I don't know yet. Henry, how you doing, Henry? My girlfriend loves fishing. Is it possible to find someone who loves? So it's possible to find someone who loves fishing. Yeah, like I'm not like in a big hurry to find someone that loves to go fishing. I think I do enough fishing for 10 people. So if I dated somebody that didn't like to go fishing, that would be fine with me. Give me a reason to get off a boat. So that would be fine. I just don't want to have to lose all my fishing stuff in the house. That would be the frustrating part. Greg, San Clemente. Greg, you talking about the pier or from shore? Because the Bonita are everywhere right now. Yeah, Jeff, I know what you mean. That's a lot of fun. California fishing. Hey, Dan, do you have any tips for catch fish off piers? I'm not really the best. Well, what you should do, cow fishing, is when you catch a bait fish, pin it onto a heavier rod. And then that way you have a shot at a halibut, a bonita, or something like that. If you can catch bait fish, you can catch bigger fish. So just remember everything eats everything out there. So there's no such thing as something too big. If you catch a bonita and it's like an 8-pound bonita and you think, oh, this is the biggest thing here, I guarantee you there's a 100-pound mako nearby that eats that. So, you know, if you can catch bait fish, that'd be a big tip to catch bigger fish. Dees wants to know, has a bluefin left the area? Haven't seen many being caught. That's a Jeff question. Jeff, are the bluefin still around? I would think there's still bluefin around. I don't know if there's school-sized bluefin, but I know the big bluefin are around. Alex, can you tell me which are the most top luxurious long-range boats in San Diego? There's a couple. I mean, there's quite a few. You know, the Independence. Probably one of the nicest ones. Um, I don't know. There's a couple of newer boats. Well, not newer boats, some other boats too. But Independence is probably way up on the top of the list. I don't go on those big fancy boats, but you can check with all the landings in San Diego. Check with Fisherman's. Check with Point Loma and H&M. I'm pretty sure all the big boats run just out of those three. The Red Rooster is still a nice boat, but it's an older boat. Royal Polaris is a really old boat, but it's still a nice boat. So, Adam, if you are under the age of 16, do you need a lobster card? I think you do. I'm not 100% sure, but I think to have a lobster in possession, you need a card. That's one that you're going to have to look online and Google it. So Jeff says there's still bluefin, but they're all the way out at Cortez and Tanner. That's over 100 miles offshore. But, like he says, the boat crews pretty much target the yellowfin, the yellowtail. Just it's easier to get a lot more fish. When you got 30 passengers on the boat, you don't want to just catch 2 fish and have everybody watch. So it's a lot better to get them on the bluefin. On the yellowfin and the yellowtail. So if they can catch 5 yellowfin, that gives the crew a lot more fish to clean, a lot more side money, and everybody goes home with fish. Everybody's happy. Adam, what channel is your show on? In Los Angeles, we air on KDOC channel 56. In San Diego, we're on San Diego 4, channel 4. Santa Barbara, we're on channel 4. Across the state and along the coast, we are on Comcast Sportsnet and another little channel called U2 America, which I get here on Spectrum TV, which I didn't even know until I saw it the other day. What else? Yeah, guys have been marking kelp patties for years. I remember guys would tie trash bags and fill them up with air and stuff and put them on kelp patties so they could find them again. Yeah, my show airs in Vegas. I get emails from there all the time. John, I'm gonna go visit my son in Monterey. I would take rock fishing gear. Monterey is going to be rock fishing halibut. It's kind of the same as going to Emeryville or even in going to Santa Barbara to go rock fishing. Any of that kind of stuff will work out good. The Lakers are still ahead. Let's see what else. Yeah, Bob, we may end up in the Bay, so we'll see what happens. Is the crew okay or not? They found if you're talking about the Shogun, the 4 people they found were unconscious. They had to give them a drug to bring them back. So hopefully it'll be okay. Was it reeler, high reeler? What happened to the sand bass spawns? There were some fish in the flats. There were some fish in the flats this year, but none of the boats really went out and checked them and fished them. But I did hear there was some fish there. But everybody thinks that they got hurt really bad in the spawn. The one year when the giant squid were around, and that the giant squid went and devastated the sand bass out in the flats, Huntington Flats. So a lot of people think that's what really hurt them. Also, some of the gill netting and commercial fishing in Mexico, um, right there on the Mexican waters down south. That's another big spawning area for the sand bass where they migrate from. So they think maybe they got hit there too. What's the best ways to get rid of seasickness? Do not drink the night before. Get sleep. Drink plenty of water. Um, I don't know. I mean, I've told this story before, but when I was in college and I started going on half day boats and 3/4 day boats, I used to get seasick every trip. I mean, every trip, it didn't matter. I would get seasick. So I would buy a soft drink, a Coke or something like that, Sprite. And I knew once we got past the breakwater, I was going to throw up. And I would use that soft drink to rinse out my mouth. And one day I was just talking to a guy about fishing, going through our tackle boxes, and skipper said, "We're at the spot. Let's get ready to fish. Get some bait on your line." So we're rock fishing. And that was it. That was the last time I really got seasick. But what else is going on here? Yeah, the ginger. I keep hearing that about people taking ginger after they get sick. That works. What time does it air? On KDSC, we air early on Saturdays, 5:30 in the morning. So set your DVR. You don't have to get up that early. No, Jonathan, they really haven't been biting a specific jig. They've been all over the place. I've hooked them on magic metal lights. I hooked one the other day on a bucktail jig. I've caught quite a few on live sardines. We got 5 yesterday. One was on a magic metal light. One was on another jig, and the rest were on live bait. So Dan's asking, how does processing work? It's pretty simple. The boat will call the processing over and make sure that they're there when the boat comes in, and the crew will cart your fish up to the top of the dock, and then you just grab your fish and take it over to the processing area where the trucks are waiting, and that's it. And you set it up when you want to pick it up, and that's it. Colin, do I smoke pot? No, I don't. And because I'm a skipper, I'm on a random drug testing. So they can call me anytime, send me a notice that I have to go do a drug test, and I can't have any drugs in my system or I lose my captain's license. So, no, I do not smoke any pot. Do I know any small boats for a first time boat owner? There's a lot of small boats that you can get. I mean, Sea Swirl, um, lots like a center council boat, Boston Ware. There's lots of boats. You don't need to ship a boat from Holland. You can get local boats. Hey, we got our first super chat. Thank you, Dan. I forgot to mention it. There's a super chat down there, guys, if you want to support me today. And Oz, thank you for all the ones that you've done in the past. I appreciate it. Yeah, Kevin has a good point there. If you guys want to see all the luxury boats and what all the boats look like, when Day at the Docks comes back, hopefully it'll be back next April. You can go and do a tour of all the boats and see what they look like. Oh, cool. So Jeff says a Red Rooster 3 looks like it's brand new, that they really kept it up. They replaced the carpet. They replace the carpet every year. Wow. Yeah, Andy's a good captain too. He's a great guy. I fished with him on several boats in the past. What type of line? If you're fishing for bigger fish, probably 20-pound tests. I don't know if you need 25-pound, but I would think at least 20-pound test for the Bonita and the Halibut so you can get them up. And then you're going to need like a hoop net to get the bigger fish, like a big halibut, and bring it up to the top because you can't do it by the line. They'll come off. Yeah, no, you don't want to have any, Colin, you don't want to have any crew members using any drugs because they're the people that are there to save your life. If everything turns upside down and gets ugly, the boat hits something, bad conditions, weather comes up, you need experienced crew to keep you safe and bring you back. And that's what's really disturbing about what happened today on the Shogun. You know, people, nobody knows for sure if it's an accident that the crew members touched something or if they took the drugs. Nobody knows what happened. So it's too early to blame anybody right now. But there will be a big investigation and we will have the answers. Bob wants to know my Komodas. I have both. I have 300s and 400s. I take both size reels, Lexus and Komodas, when I go out. Yep, that's a sawfish from Nicaragua from many years ago. Let's see what else. Jeff, I didn't know that Nick Cates was Andy's dad. I think I fished with Nick too on the Nilo Inn. Hello from Point Wainimi. Hello. So Pismo Doug, what does he say? Look at some Phoenix rods today at a store in Santa Maria. Do you have any input on their quality? Yeah, they're Phoenix makes great rods. They make great rods, and they're located in Bellflower. I've been to their warehouse. They make the rods overseas, and they fly them in, or they bring container ships in here to Bellflower, and then they ship from Bellflower. But yeah, I've been to their place, their facility, quite a few times. I've used some of their rods, and the Turner's rods, the California rods, are for the most part Phoenix blanks. So that works out good. So Lakers are still ahead. Okay, that's cool. Any tips for halibut fishing? Fish the outside of the kelp. Fish on the sand right outside there. Try different spots. And use a good lively bait. Okay, guys. So tomorrow I leave for Northern Cal. I'm gonna hit up north. Gonna go fish at Emeryville, and gotta pick up my camera crew. They're flying in to Oakland tomorrow night, and then I'll be fishing 2 days there. So if you guys that live up north, you want to meet me, just meet me when the boat comes in. Be glad to meet you and say hello. But in the past, we've done some meet and greets up there. But thanks to COVID, we can't do anything like that. But we'll see what happens. I am driving up north. Driving. I have to take all the camera gear, fishing gear. The film crew guys are just flying because they're going by themselves. So I have all the gear. But that's about it. Yeah, I wish I had time to go over to San Francisco. I would go ahead and get a bowl of clam chowder. That would be good. So they're powerful. Hey, thank you for your super chat money there. It says he learned rockfish, sculpin. I came across one of my videos. Oh man, do not throw sculpin back. They are delicious. I mean, there's a couple of sushi bars I've been to that serve sculpin that they even have live there, and it's really delicious. Yeah, you're driving 8 hours too, Brian. Yeah, you're coming from up north. So hopefully the fires are all done. Is there a way to put super chat? Is there a way to put super chat on a screen? It's right here on the bottom, right where you type in your message. Right below it, where you see the dollar sign, that's super chat. So you click there and then put whatever you want to put. I don't know that much about super chat. We just started using it recently. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe next week if we do this with the super chat, maybe every time somebody does a super chat, that's how we'll do the raffle tickets. I mean, that could be you do a super chat and then you'll automatically get a raffle ticket, and then we could do a raffle at the end of the episode or something. I don't know. I'm open to ideas, whatever you guys think. So Nathan caught some skipjack and yellowfin this morning. He wants to know if I ever tried eating skipjack. Skipjack is great for making pokey. That's what I would do with it. I would make pokey out of it, and it comes out really good. I know some people that like it for sashimi. I've never tried it for sashimi, but I have had it as pokey, and I really liked it. Oh, this is cooking up some sculpin. That's good. I cooked up some whitefish yesterday actually. It was really good. I haven't had dinner yet, so I have to do that. So Victor likes my idea. We'll do a raffle, and we'll do it through Super Chat. You can do two ways. You can either buy a raffle ticket for $5, or you can do a Super Chat for over $5 and get a raffle ticket. So we might do that. That's cool. Yeah, and the sculpin's delicious. You guys don't throw back your sculpin. It tastes really, really good. Yeah, you want to always cut out the bones. That's really important. All right, guys, I still got to start packing. I got to get my fishing gear together. I got to put this room back together. April wants to go for a walk. Sometime tonight, I got to make dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready and do all that stuff. And again, here's the link for my fishing trips for this month. We have a couple of spots left for the Coral Sea out of Santa Barbara. A couple of spots left there. We have a couple of spots that just opened up today for the Legend, a day and a half trip. And I think we still have 1 or 2 spots left for the Tomahawk toward the end of October for a 2-day trip. So that should be good. And what else? So Manbird says it saddens him that the raffles are all about. Well, part of the raffle thing is stuff that I bought. So I spent money to buy the stuff. So it's not about making money. It's just, I don't know. You get all the information for free. So if I get a little bit of money to help me with my costs, with my equipment, I'm not going to apologize for it. I need to, pay bills and all that too. So everything I do for free for the Youth Foundation. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. And hopefully I'll have a good fish report for you from Emeryville. And I'll see you here Tuesday night. Good night, everybody. Thanks. Be safe out there.